Has your child recently asked you what's happening between India and Pakistan? Are we in danger? It is tough when those small ears catch the big news. So, how much is too much to explain to your child? And how do you explain without causing any fear? Children as young as 4 to 5 years old can pick tonality, tension, even worries on your face. So, the goal is not to actually hide the truth. You can be honest about it, but it needs to be framed in a manner that protects your child's emotional security. Now, first things first, when your child comes to you with their fears, do not be dismissive. Let them tell you what they're feeling. So no matter how much you know about it, do not feed them with more fears. So here it goes. Today, I will share with you how you can tell your child about war or a similar ongoing escalation between two countries. Use simple tools, a story, a map, a drawing, something which helps you explain them what's happening. Always remember telling your child that home is safe and that love is always bigger than fear. You may have heard about India and Pakistan. It's true that India and Pakistan has had disagreements for a fairly long time. But it's also important to understand both the sides of this entire escalation. It's important to understand both the sides and how it all started. A long time ago, India and Pakistan were the part of the same land. Then in 1947, India and Pakistan separated as two different countries. Everyone thought that the two countries would live peacefully. But then, both the countries had a disagreement over a place called Kashmir. So, Kashmir is what both the countries feel deeply about, and that is where they have disagreed. Now, since then, there have been many times that these disagreements about Kashmir have led to fight. Sometimes, countries can disagree like people do, like you disagree with your friends, and sometimes they can discuss and try and solve those disagreements. Sometimes one side may want to talk, but the other is not ready to listen, and sometimes both the sides may be so hurt that they don't want to talk or listen to each other. I know you were asking me what is Operation Sindoor. Now, Operation Sindoor is where the Indian Army has gone to the border to protect all of us from any danger. Now, in this conversation, at some point of time, your child may ask you, what is war? Now, here is how you explain your child. War is when two groups or two countries stop talking and instead start using force. It's almost like a very big disagreement which no one knows how to solve. War hurts people, it hurts places, and that is why we say that it's important that we talk and we listen and we find peaceful solutions to disagreement. Although there have been wars in the past between India and Pakistan, but the people in both the countries want to live peacefully. They want their children to go to school like you do. They want to celebrate their festivals like we all do. They want to live peacefully and happily. So what can we do now? Well, we can start by understanding both sides to the situation. Anger and violence creates more such responses from each other, and that can go on and on. This is called the cycle of violence. Everybody wants to stop the cycle of violence, but they are not able to stop it because there are a few people on both the sides who don't want this to stop because it serves their personal agendas. Being able to understand both sides of a conflict is a superpower, and that is what a peacemaker has. It will take a lot of peacemakers like you to bring a peaceful solution to this problem. So while you explain your child about this ongoing escalation, there may be parts in that conversation where your child may get anxious or fearful or worried. So observe them carefully and stay calm. Remember, for a child who's expecting any uncertain scenario, the biggest comfort is a calm and a loving parent. So while you answer their questions, answer simply, crisply, avoid any fear or feeding them with any fearful information. Remember to reassure them that you've got their back. For more such videos, you can follow me on Instagram.